Hi guys, it's Simon from Tech My Life Video, and I'm back with a video called Belkin TuneBase FM Review 2. And the reason why it's called that is because back in December 2010, the 19th to be exact, I released a video on YouTube reviewing this product when I first got it. So basically, I wanted to do a little bit of a follow-up because this video has had a lot of views. It's had 4 times as many views as any other video I've done, so it's substantially in front on the leaderboard. And I wanted to do a follow-up and just basically look at the experience I've had and just, comment on a couple of things because obviously there's a lot of people interested in this product. So I'm going to go out to the car and have a bit of a look, and then I'll come back and wrap it up. So here's the Belkin TuneBase. So just quickly going back over the general features. It has a swivel top, it has a gooseneck which you can bend to required angle, and it has the TuneBase itself, which if I just move in a little bit closer, you'll see you have a 1 there. On the other side there's a 2, so you can basically have 2 pre-programmed settings. You can up and down on this side to fine-tune, and you've got a search button which will actually it'll just tune it into the best frequency for where you are. Now this is the way I've generally had the device, is upright, but what I've actually found is that when you go around corners, the weight of the iPhone over time, and as you can see, it's actually just pulled out slightly, and this is one of the slight, I guess, flaws in the device. But I mean, there's no other real. It's a circular hole, and that's going to require some. Well, it's going to allow for some rotation. So what I found is that it tends to do that when you go around corners. And so what I do now is I actually have it mounted off to the slide like that, which in some ways is good. It's not in the way of anything here. Not that you're generally using the stereo when you're using the device. It's also a little bit more out of eye line, so you kind of you're less likely to mess with it when you're moving. Make adjustments at lights and things like that. So yeah, so this is where I currently have the device at the moment. And what I'm going to do is just pop it out of the cigarette lighter. I'm going to just show you a couple of things. And what those things are is, here's the fitting that goes into the cigarette lighter. And you'll notice a couple of things here. It's got this rubber fitting on the end. As you can see, it's a little bit worn down over time. It's also got this fitting here. Now this is removable. It's just a rubber kind of ring seal kind of thing that's meant to help. Now you see these are actually bumped up. Hope you can see that. I'll put my finger behind it. You can see that those little tabs have actually bumped up, and that's where it's pushed into the cigarette lighter, and they actually get forced up like that because there's not actually quite enough room in the cigarette lighter for the plastic and the rubber as well. So you could sit there and actually, I think, probably mess with those a little bit. I've been tempted to actually cut this one off, so rather than having to push one on either side, because there's 4 of them, cut one off and then see if it fits into the cigarette lighter with one and the plastic, rather than trying to jam 2 in, as other ways of tightening it. I've just been a little bit reluctant to cut them off when that would obviously, you can't put them back once you cut them off. One other thing I've found is this end tip here is actually falls off like so, and oh my god, falls down. Oh, you pain in the arse. Getting back to this, the tip here can actually fall off, and I've actually had it pull off once. This piece here actually got stuck inside the cigarette lighter, and it was a little bit of a pain to retrieve. Oh god. So what you're going to do is put that piece back in there, and then you've actually got to screw it back under here and actually tighten it up. Now with that rotation I was talking about, with that rotation in the socket, it tends to get loose. So yeah, look, that rotation is obviously one little issue, but I haven't had any problems with having the device down a little bit lower. So yeah, it's still very functional, and I can always mess with the fitting. I'm sure some of you guys watching this will mess more with the fitting and really be able to mount it in any position you like. So in addition to the position of the gooseneck, I wanted to do a test. This base sends a signal here, 94, to the radio up here, which you can also see is tuned to 94. So it's basically sending the signal over the FM frequency to the radio. So I've got a song here playing, and I'm going to show you something. So this is my car, sitting out in the street. We'll just turn that song up a bit. Not that the volume matters on this car, it's sending out at full volume on the iPhone. So I'm going to jump out of the car, and what you're going to see is my car's parked here in the street, and in the driveway over here we have another car. Now this car's tuned into FM, so I'll stick our head in here and we can hear fuzz. So this car's closer. If we go down here to the second car, you're going to hear the song. We can hop in, have a look, and we can see it's tuned to 94. Now you can see as I turn around, just my car is parked over there in the street, and this car here, so not every car, because this car is closer, but this car doesn't pick up the radio from that car, but this car here is picking up the signal from the car all the way over there. So you can hear a bit of static going on. What I've done is I've actually connected a phone call between my home phone here and my mobile phone there, which is, if I talk, is coming out. That's the other phone coming out through the stereo. So if we do the same test again, I'll keep the camera running so you can see what's going on. Coming over here, we won't look in this car because we know the signal wasn't coming through, but if we come down to this car and I again talk into the phone, you are going to hear the voice is coming out through the car stereo. It's coming out through there, and what that means is if you're on a phone call using this TuneBase, there is potential that people in cars around you in traffic may actually be able to listen in on your phone conversation. So there you go guys, just a little bit more information that can hopefully help your buying decision. Now, I can't remember if I mentioned it in the other footage, but look, I'm happy with the product. I use it every day. I'm very content. One thing I will mention, which I'm pretty sure I didn't mention out there, is when you're actually clipping the iPhone 4S, because of the actual square design, you actually need to open the clip up every single time, because the little latch, the iPhone 3GS used to slip under it nicely, whereas because of this angular square design on the 4 and the 4S, you actually need to open the clip up, put the phone in, and then lock the clip down and squeeze it tight each time. You can't leave it in a set position. That's the only thing really that gives me a little bit of frustration, the fact that I have to keep flicking that open to put the phone in. But other than that, look, really happy with the Belkin TuneBase. I can still recommend it. I still think it's a good product. So yeah, look, if you've got any comments or questions, please put them down below. Please like the video and please subscribe to the channel. I would love your support. I'm Simon from TechMyLife Video, and we'll see you next time. Bye. I'm TechMyLife Video, and I've got to change this web page so I can see. That's a cute puppy. So we check December 19. Squeaky chair, squeaky chair, squeaky, squeaky chair. Oh, come on, squeaky chair. Cooperate with me, squeaky chair. On to choose that. Take my life.